Jackie Mazzucato here. I'm going to share with you today one of my absolute go-to recipes, and one easy as and always just really beautiful, crisp, golden pastry. So you're going to add the kilo of flour into your bowl. Try and do it a bit tidier than me maybe. And in that flour, you're going to put 4 eggs into that flour. And so you'll see I've just got the flour and the egg mixture in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick that on just a low, just to mix that together slightly. So for the hot part of this pastry, just in a saucepan, 200 grams of lard, 200 grams of butter and 350 mils of water. So I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in there, I like to season up my pastry. As I said, this is such an easy recipe. You do need to be a little bit careful because you are playing hot water and fats, but just literally tip in your hot liquid here. And that'll just mix away now for a little while. I'll just turn that up slightly, just try and get that all combined. And then I'm just going to rest that one in the fridge, relatively flat, so that it's got enough time to cool the mixture for the pasties. So the mince we prepared earlier, our beautiful prime mince. Really, you can put anything you want into a pasty. It's about sort of what flavours you like. A few things surprised me. This isn't a traditional Cornish pasty recipe because apparently no carrots in a Cornish pasty. And normally they wouldn't use mincemeat, they'd use sort of very slight diced meat. But this is my version of a pasty. So what we do from here is I take about 5 potatoes, just sort of normal sized potatoes, 4 or 5 carrots, I mean I've got a few more there because they're little carrots, and a diced onion. And I'll dice that all up. I won't make you watch, but I'll dice all of that up and we'll put that into a bowl and then season that. We've now got our mince that we prepared earlier. We'll stick that in the big bowl here. We've got all of our diced carrots, diced potato and onion. So we'll just push all of that into the bowl. Let's hope we've got a big enough bowl. And you really, as I said, you could put pumpkin. Traditionally, swede was one of the vegetables that they put in pasties. But I'm just trying to use up some of the stuff that's in the fridge. And I do have one particular fussy eater in the house that doesn't like pumpkin and swede. A tablespoon of salt. Yep, that's right, not a teaspoon, a tablespoon. So effectively 2 dessert spoons equal a tablespoon in there, with a tablespoon of pepper. There's not a lot of fancy seasoning or anything else like that, and you don't pre-cook anything here, but you literally add the salt and the pepper, and like me, don't be too shocked by the amount of salt, because when you taste these pasties, they're sensational. I want to sort of roll it out now, so just a nice sort of gentle roll. Now, it's up to you at this stage what sort of size pastries you want. Traditionally, the pasties, they would make quite large pasties. I tend to like them a bit smaller, just a bit more sort of bite-sized. So yeah, about this sort of size is about what I would use to make my pasty. The oven to 220. What I like to do with these, so you get that nice crisp hard crust, is start the oven at 220, and then after about 10 minutes turn it down to 180, 160 until they golden off and crisp up. Pastry anyway, so it sticks quite well. I tend to bring them up in the middle first, just close them off before making my fancy folds in the top. And we all know the fancy fold is so that you can eat them in your hands. So I've just got 1 egg here, just lightly beaten with a fork. I tend to just put a little bit of water in with that. And the reason I do that is just to make it easier to, you know, pop across the top of my pasties. I don't think anyone's going to be complaining about those. We'll just cut him. Look at that beautiful crisp pastry. And look at that. Just beautiful. Flaky, nice amount of sort of, you know, meat and egg. And you can see how it's all just cooked beautifully, nice and soft in the centre. So, no excuses. They're easy to make. My version of a pasty. Get on it. Clock's ticking.